Hello everyone, welcome to another Rick's Picks. Today I'm going to be doing my review of the Godzilla villain Destoroyah by Super 7. Now he was always one of my favorite Godzilla villains. I'm really looking forward to this review of this particular figure. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is I'm going to take a look at him in packaging. Then we're going to take a look at the figure and his accessories. And then I'm going to give you my thoughts on him. And just remember, if you do like this video, go ahead and check out my Godzilla playlist and hit that like, share, and subscribe. So, without any further ado, let's get to the review. So here he is in packaging. I do like this outer layer here. So first off, you got Godzilla versus Destoroyah. Alright. Content figure with accessories. Spinning around this way. You kind of get like this red eruption going into a darker color. Then you get like the skin outline on it, which looks really cool. I do like that. Got the back. Actually, I think this is actually the front here, which has your Destoroyah in Japanese. His name here, what year his movie came out, Super 7. All right. You look at the top here. Got the Ultimates. Godzilla, Super 7, your age restriction, right? Spinning around this way. You got your skew and legal. So now, you pop it open, dun dun dun. Eventually, it will come off. There it goes. Now you have the packaging of Destoroyah, and I like this. I like this nice window here, so you can see him. All his accessories. You get like this cracked look around the window, which is really nice. His name. All right. This side here, you just get a little bit more of the open window and crack. Spinning around here. Get this nice movie poster. I like that. His name in Japanese, the English, a little bit about him. All right. Spinning around this way, you have the continuation of the window with cracks and stuff like that around it. All right. You got your age restriction here, Super 7, Ultimates, and then last but not least, the bottom once again. So, all that being said, let's open him up and see what he's about. So now, this figure does need some assembly. So what has to be put on him is his 4 wings and his tail. Now, starters, I'm letting it all sit in hot water. As you notice, I got the big bowl this time for a big figure. Matter of fact, looking at that, that kind of looks like some sort of seafood dinner or something. But, you know, other than that, I have it in almost boiling hot water because you want the plastic nice and soft for these pieces to fit in. So while that's heating up, as you can see, there's 2 spots here for the wings, the big wings, 2 spots down here for the smaller wings, and then you got a spot here for the tail. Now, what I also have here is a towel, and that's just so I can hold the tail when I try to put it on because there's a lot of sharp edges to it that makes it really hard to hold when you're trying to put this thing on him. So that should have sat long enough. So let's pull this out. All right. Put my towel on it. And all right. So now his tail is on. Yes, the tail is on now. Okay. Let it sit like that. Let's do the 2 wings. All right. There we go. That wing went on really easily. And like I said, soaking this stuff in hot water just makes your life 100 times easier. That's hot. I got a pair of pliers or something. There you go. Whew. That is some hot water. Right. You got this wing here. This one here. All right. So now with the hot water, everything went on really easy, like it's supposed to. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to wind up dousing his other parts in the hot water as well, just because it'll make it so much easier just to transfer parts. Okay, so here he is in all his glory. This is a beautiful looking figure. I love the overall look to this figure. So we're going to start out with the rotation first. All right, so you have this side. All right, you got the back. All right, you have this side. And now you're back to the front. All right, and now there's a lot of really good detail to this figure, a lot of them. So let's get a close look at him, as close as we can. All right, so first off, look at that head sculpt. Head sculpt is really nice. I really like that overall. Okay, you see that there? All right, got the chest here, which looks really nice. The hands, the way how all the wings go on is really nice. The tail did come off. I'm going to put that back on in a minute. All right. The feet and all the spikes and claws and all the, like crab-like shelling to them. So there's a lot of really good detail on this figure that I really like about him. All right. So now he does have a bunch of points of articulation as well. So the head does move. There's also the joint right here at the neck. Okay. You do have a shoulder joint here. You have a swivel in here. You do have an elbow. Oops. Elbow just popped off. All right. There it goes. You do have an elbow joint in here. You got a wrist joint. All right. You have a torso joint in here. All right. You have a thigh joint, a knee joint, there it goes. I believe you do have an ankle joint. All right. You get into the wings, you have a joint here. It's all on a ball joint, so it moves very easily. And even your smaller wing here does have some movement. I'm going to see if I can get this tail back on, because I did have a similar issue with the -1 Godzilla, to where I couldn't keep the tail on. So I'm hoping that's not the issue with him. Or maybe it just might be that the the plastic is still pretty soft, so it may not want to stay in place. But the tail has a bunch of points of articulation as well. So as you can see, you can bend it, swivel it, and move it however you want. There's about, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably like maybe about 10 points of articulation or so in the tail alone. Yeah. All right. Got the tail on. The tail is on. So maybe it needs some cool time, because it is on there. If you look, it's sealed. So maybe, just need some time to cool to stay on. But overall, he's a really awesome looking figure. I do like the overall look to him. All right, so now he has a couple of accessories. So first off, we're going to kind of do this a little bit different, because I do have the head and hands soaking in the hot water, just because it'll make stuff a lot easier. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the hands off, all right, and the head. All right. Actually, all that came off pretty easily. I'm actually kind of surprised by that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put each of the pieces on as I show them. So first off, you got the alternate head here, where he's like screaming at you. I love the whole look to that. All right, pop that on here. There you go. That went on without issues. Okay, looks really cool on them. Next, it's the hands. So you got two open hands. So you have this one here. Right in. No issues. And then you got your other open hand here. Pop him in with no issues. All right. Then he comes with these little guys. Now, for anybody who remembers in the movie, he actually started out as one of these. And then, you know, as the movie progressed, he became full-blown big Destoroyah and what have you. That one. And then this one. So he comes with three of these little guys. And he comes with a head and two hands. So everything swapped out really well. Now, I'm going to contribute a lot of that to the heat, because heat really softens the plastic, makes an easy transition. But even without the heat, the actual head and hands all came off very easily as well. So you may not need to use heat. I'm not 100% sure on that, because of the way how the hands and head came off pretty easily. But I just used heat because I just happen to have the bowl of hot water here. So it just makes it a whole lot easier if you do decide to swap these parts. So my final thoughts on this figure is I really like this figure. I think he's a great figure. I love the overall look to him. He definitely captures the look from the movie and what have you. All his joints move very well. I didn't have any problems with his points of articulation. His head and hands swapped out very easily. Didn't have no issues with that. Now, yes, you are going to have to use heat to get the wings and tail on. Speaking of which, spin them around this way. The tail is on fine. I can move it all around, no issues. I think it just needed a little bit of time to settle in and warm up so it fits better. So once it did that, that tail is on there nice and solid. It isn't going anywhere. So overall, I would recommend this figure to go with your Godzilla collection and what have you. So with that being said, I hope you guys did like this review. If you did, go ahead and check out my Godzilla and other kaiju playlists and hit that like, share, and subscribe. They're all small clicks for you, but it really helps this channel grow. So until the next one, late.